I was over the road this week, ran across dewberries. Could not believe the size. They were big as my thumb, y'all. They were amazing. Dewberries, you know, blackberries grow up in a cane, like a really hard cane. You can weed eat around them son of a guns. Dewberries grow up on a red vine, but it actually starts coming up like a cane, but it's round. It's very dark, dark blood red. It's got needles and thorns all over it, but they're nowhere near as bad as blackberries. I mean, you can grab the plant, but so I found the dewberries, talked to the ladies that ran the place, and they were like, hey, you can have plenty, because they had billions of them, and I mean billions with a B. So I was able to get them. I cleared off my fence row right here, and I have planted from this tree all the way to this fence. And we have dewberries growing. One looks really, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 look amazing. The others, well, I mean, you know, anytime you transplant, they look a little rough until it rains. They did get a rain yesterday. I planted them before the rain. So we have dewberries that will be growing here, as long as nothing happens, right now, 20 plants. So there'll be 20 plants, and dewberries are amazing. In case y'all have never had them, they look like blackberries, but they're big. The way to tell them apart, besides the extremely blood red vines and not a cane, is they have the big berry, like the big bubbles on them. Blackberries have really tight bubbles. These are really big bubbles, and they're massive. They taste great. I love them. So we got those going right now. And I got my bale of Georgia peach right here. Bought it 2 weeks ago at the Taco Bet Trade Day. It's looking good. Got it mulched in. Everything's looking great. It's coming up. They grow really large peaches, is what I was told, so I can't wait to get to try those. But let me show y'all my other peaches right now. This right here is a pink lady. She's growing great, but look what's growing underneath. Now, if y'all remember, I had a comfrey plant. I planted it 2 years ago. Nothing ever really happened. Y'all check this out. In just 3 weeks' time, look at the size of these comfrey. Let me go to the Golden Delicious. If y'all remember, I said I couldn't figure out what happened to this one. Look right here. It's just now coming up. But I hit it with a weed eater, but who cares? Or the lawnmower. It'll get better. You just break this off, throw it right there at the tree. Break this off, throw it right there at the tree. Break this one off if you want to. It's going to keep coming back, y'all. So I mentioned in some prior videos that I don't know what happened. I planted it, but nothing ever took place. So we fertilized that tree. This will decay. Y'all, this is amazing fertilizer. Comfrey is an amazing plant. Look at the size of this bad boy. Holy smokes. And that one ain't far behind. These things grow out of style. But y'all, I'm so happy with this comfrey. Look at the size of this bad boy. Right up under this pink lady apple tree. So I was told that that's the best place to grow them. It'll keep the weeds down when they start to grow. And this plant's big enough, so at the end of this year, this summer, I will dig some of this plant up and break some of the roots off. Y'all, I will transplant comfrey on every tree on this property. Comfrey is one plant that everybody must have. Not only can you make fertilizer out of it, there's a million other things you can do with it from what people tell me. But I just wanted it because there is medicinal properties, but you can make a, you know, fill a bucket up halfway with the leaves, fill it up the rest of the way with water, put a lid on it, set it in the middle of a field, direct sunlight, 6 weeks, amazing fertilizer. That's what I do with it. Check out these Alberta peaches, y'all. Look out. I have been thinning some of these, like this one's coming up. We're gonna go ahead and take it off. I don't want my peaches too close together. At least, I mean, come on, you know, 3 inches at least, 3 to 4 inches. You want to take them back a little. But these right here, one's on top, two's on bottom, so I'm gonna leave them alone. But y'all, I usually take 10 to 15 off of each tree, and we usually are able to get, I don't know, 25 more. But check this bad boy out. It's doing the same thing now. Now, y'all, I clearly aired this tree out. Now, airing it out, y'all, it means removing the center. As you see, there's a huge hole here. But man, this thing is growing like crazy. It's producing peaches right there, out here on the outside. Look at there. Look at that. Best peaches I've ever eaten. This right here is one of Maniac's favorite. This is the Honeycrisp apple. Yes, I aired it out. I tried to, but y'all, The production this year of my fruit trees is amazing. I'm so thankful. We ran ducks and chickens and quail and rabbits and turkeys. I mean, the soil around here is so awesome, but it rains so much, y'all. It rains so much. So normally I can't plant or do anything until like almost June, but we're going to go ahead and not worry about June. We'll deal with the grasses. I'm from Alabama. I'm from central Alabama. So it doesn't matter how much you prepare your garden, you're still going to be overrun with weeds, y'all. But as long as you're not lazy, you get out there, you get outside and you get to doing something, get you a hoe, get you a tiller, you can deal with the weeds, y'all. Just keep it to where it's not so snaky. It's not that big a deal. Check out that nectarine. Look at that bad boy spreading out like Batman. Come on, what? Some of these blackberries will be tall enough. As you see, that one's already starting to droop. So what I'll do is bend that top down, bury it in the ground, bend these tops. There's 3, 4. Yeah, there's actually 4. I will bend those down, bury them in the ground next to this one. That one ain't gonna make it probably as far as tall wise. It's growing, it's blooming. That one is not gonna make it. That one's not gonna make it. But this one will be able to bend back this way, bury the top in it. That's how you can spread your blackberries real good. That's the reason I put gaps in between them. This one will bend this way, that one will bend that way, and you can just keep multiplying your blackberries. But what I do right here is my wife wants to be able to have blackberries without the snakes. So blackberries are very easy to weed eat around. This one will bend this way, this one will bend this way, and then next year when they grow back up, I'll come out here in the fall and cut them, and they'll make their own deals, and there'll be more right here and right here. But it doesn't matter, y'all, because these woods, not only does it hold a big body of water, but it also holds a ton of blackberries, so I'm not worried about that. They're actually starting to grow out here real good. I'll just dig some up and put them in the place of all these. But it's just a safer way for my wife and kids to pick blackberries without having to worry about snakes or crazy water, because this doesn't get too wet right here because of the way I have it draining. My awesome neighbor made this V-ditch for me, and it goes all the way up there, way up there. So it drains down. Then you have your Bartlett pear, which is right here, probably the best tasting pear. Then you got a Moonglow pear right here, and look at there. Another nectarine, y'all, but this one is extremely tall. So let's keep our hopes up. I would like to see some nectarines growing on this farm here because, well, I was told you can't grow them. So let's see if we can grow them. I will be getting some pomegranates because I found out they do grow. But y'all, even if they don't grow pomegranates, they grow the prettiest blooms. I mean, they're beautiful, but if I can get them to grow blooms, I can get them to grow fruit. I dug a V-ditch right here so that the water can drain out of this garden, and it's working. That used to have big bodies of water in it, but now it drains out right into the V-ditch. This is another Santa Rosa plum that I have right here. I'm actually going to start moving more fruit trees out of I plan on fencing a lot of that in, so I'm probably going to transplant more trees back this way. I hope not. Hopefully I can separate my fields with fence posts. I'll just have to buy fence posts. This right here is a contender peach. I want to get a bunch of different peaches, and now that I know there's usually a lot of rock here, I do not know why there's a seam. There was an underground stream. When I dug it, I could see the water flowing, so I planted it right here. I'm going to run it straight down just like it's going right there. It'll go that way. I'll probably be getting more peach trees now and more apple trees and more. I may get a few more pear trees. I don't know. What am I going to do with the fruit? I don't know, y'all. If I can't sell it, we'll give it away. But we'll get more animals to eat the stuff, whatever. But I was super glad that I could plant this right here, and I've already mulched it and fertilized it with rabbit pellets and that super poop, y'all. Some of that super poop. But yeah, I plan on running fruit trees all the way down, and I'll probably run them straight down the highway all the way that way, all the way. Because, well, what's the power company going to do? They're going to top them. But I'm actually going to do it for them so they don't have to, and then that way they don't look at me as a nuisance, right? Then we got our Gala apple right here. It's in the front yard, right where everybody can see. And then we have another Alberta. She's sitting right here. She's beautiful. She's setting peaches, y'all. Look at that peach. Peach. She's got quite a few peaches, but y'all, it's unreal how leafy these peach trees have been this year. They haven't really been as leafy as they know. I mean, this is crazy. This will be the first time this tree has ever fruited. I'm super happy about it. Y'all don't care if I don't get but 2 peaches off of it. Be the first time it's ever fruited. I just took that one off because it didn't look right. But it's never fruited. Oh, some peaches are falling off. Look at that. That cold spell must have done something to it. Look at there. There's a peach. We actually had a very bad cold spell come through here today, but I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it. So if this baby produces 1 peach this week, y'all, I mean this year, this season, I'll be super stoked about it because I was afraid we was gonna have to wait another year. So we're just gonna see what's gonna happen. But I have one of these Mennonites up here going crazy, hoping that we get him some of these scuppernong vines. Look at them, y'all. They producing, they are coming. It's a very young vine. I don't care. We're gonna keep it growing. I have it on a piece of reed bar, as you can see, because, well, there's a lot of rock here. And I'm gonna try to dig somewhere here. I know there's rock there, so I'm gonna dig right here. It feels like there's a lot more dirt here. Bro, I've been told they grow extremely far. Like the guy I bought this from, his was, I know it was 35 yards long, and he said he ran out of wire. So I'll run a cable all the way from there, all the way to way up here in front of me. And I mean, we may look like some weird folks for quite a few years, but eventually, how cool would it be if we connected all these scuppernongs? Y'all, I did a video on these raspberries last week. Check out the growth now. I've never had raspberries grow this tall. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look how beautiful they are. And it ain't even time for them to produce. We're talking months down the road. So, y'all, these things may get crazy tall. And I've had people say, man, you're awesome at growing and blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I ain't never grew raspberries in my life. I've had these raspberries for 4 years. And that's why I'm so super happy to see them now. These things never grew more than 6 inches tall. They're already over a foot. Way over a foot, some of them. I mean, they're just crazy. But yeah, maybe I didn't explain it in the last video that I made. When it gets fall, I cut these down. Once they stop producing berries, I take a saw or some snips, cut them flush to the ground. I have learned these things, I don't know how, but it supercharges them, so it's cool. But hopefully you're learning something from me while I'm doing all this failure and experimenting and whatever, because y'all, you can make something grow better, keep it growing better, learn how to grow it better than most people, and also take things that were supposedly dead and bring them back to life, y'all. I'm your boy Maniac. This is my favorite Concord grape because it was the deadest vine that I had. We out, y'all.